putting down less than 20%, or maybe it's changed, but you have to escrow money for taxes and insurance. Can you explain how that works?
Sure. So just to clarify, a house payment consists of principal and interest, homeowner's insurance. Well, let me back up. Principal and interest, taxes, which are your property taxes, and insurance. If they put less than 20% down, we talked about it, they're going to pay PMI.
Correct.
So we call that PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. For anyone to waive their escrows, meaning that their taxes and their insurance, they're going to pay that outside of their regular house payment.
Basically themselves.
Yes, they're going to pay it on their own. They choose, they have that right to choose. The only way they can do that is if they've put 20% down.
Okay.
Okay? So FHA, they always have to escrow taxes and insurance. Conventional, if they put 20% down, they can do an escrow waiver. If they do a waiver, now our company, there's a 0.25% charge to waive escrow. I've seen it in other lenders might have like 1/8%. And people ask, they're like, I mean, I personally think it's kind of backwards. I feel like we should charge to set up, but most buyers will set up to have their taxes and insurance included. So my preference, I prefer to have it in my payment. I don't like to see a big lump sum going out of my account, but that's just me.
I prefer to pay it myself. So.
and I get that. I totally get that. But if you do not put down, if you put 20% or more down, you can do an escrow waiver.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's included in your monthly payment.
Okay, and do you have to have some of those funds to set up the escrow account at closing, correct?
Correct. And that depends on the day of the month that we close as far as how much we're going to cushion that amount for their actual escrow account.
Okay, but there will be some. Is it a full year, part of a year, or just does it depend on a lot of factors?
Okay, so that's a good question, and a lot of people don't know. A lot of people get misconstrued where they think it's like a double dip. So what happens is you actually, to set up an escrow account, you are going to pay your first year of homeowner's insurance. Okay? We collect that at closing, or you can prepay it. If you prepay it, we get an invoice. Your funds, it's 6 one way, half a dozen other as far as funds to close.
Right.
We can roll it in at closing, and you're going to prepay that first year. So what happens is if you bring the funds to close, the day of closing, the title company will mail out the check for the first year for homeowner's insurance. But then as the client makes their first payment, how I describe it is there's a bucket for homeowner's insurance, right? There's a bucket for their winter tax bill. There's a bucket for their summer tax bill. And when they make their lump sum of payment for $1,000, there's X amount that gets allocated to the homeowner's insurance bucket, X amount that gets allocated to the winter tax bill, and X amount that gets allocated to the summer tax bill.
Okay.
And when that bill comes due, because winter taxes are due, the tax bill comes out December 1st, but lenders or servicers have until February 1st to make that full payment.
Right.
Right? That's the winter tax bill. The summer tax bill comes out July 1st, but they have until September 1st to make that payment. So.
Okay.
Okay. Does that, I hope that answers that.